So in this class what we do is we study the human body for 4 weeks before we do the dissection.
So what we're going to do is you're going to get your animals, you're going to have the animal, and the three of you are going to be around it. You want to see your animal, and you want to be able to see all the inner parts.
Well, we're dissecting various animals because in cultural history we're learning about Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci would take human corpses and dissect them and like draw little pieces or the whole body.
And going through each layer and looking at what everything is and identifying all the organs.
We would dissect and pull the skin back and pin it down.
And they have to figure out, based on our human model, what they're seeing.
When you find the rib cage, cut under it, the skin under it, along it. So you're going to cut basically on the human equivalent of here without cutting the bone, just to get the skin back so you can see.
The second thing we do that's a little different is we require them to draw it. And the hope there is that they will start to observe detail and use art to further the scientific experience, as Leonardo did.
The Renaissance men they were the first that started this.
We're basically replicating Leonardo's notebook, not exactly, but we're doing drawings, integrating science.
Primarily, it's learning to draw from what they see rather than what they think they see.
In our notebook, we were asked to write backwards because that's what Leonardo did, because he didn't want anyone reading his books. It's sort of just a way to understand.
I didn't realize how deep the subject of Leonardo was. He was really more of a scientist than just an artist.
On a certain level, he was looking about how do I make something really lifelike, and yet at the same time, it was the first time where there were these recorded books of the interior of the brain, nerve kind of muscle tendon.
He could create people in paintings and drawings that looked so realistic that it looked like you're looking at a photograph, because he could conceptualize the whole body perfectly in his mind.
We also did some more perspective like of buildings.
We would find a center point, and with that center point we would direct the buildings towards that to make it look three-dimensional.
And this really helped to know what sort of innovations they made in painting, because they didn't really have this perspective. They didn't have rulers either. I mean, this is pretty amazing to be able to do this. They sort of did it freehand. Doing this yourself really makes you respect great artists of the Renaissance.